This comes as we mark a tragic milestone. 100 days have passed since the midair collision over Washington, D.C. that left 67 dead. The families of those victims still demanding accountability.
So our next guest lost their son, American Airlines pilot First Officer Sam Lilly, on that horrific night. And they say they're grateful for the President Trump's administration's plans to overhaul our air traffic control system.
Sam's father and stepmother, Tim and Sherry Lilly, have been kind enough to join us this morning. Ma'am and sir, thanks so much for joining the program this morning. We continue to pray for your family as y'all grieve this tragic loss of your son.
Thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to be here to tell Sam's story.
So, Tim, let's talk about what the president said when this first happened. He said, your son did nothing wrong. The pilots did zero wrong, that it was the helicopter that was in the wrong space. Now we have more evidence to suggest that. What do you want to change in the system?
Well, I think the Army has a lot of work to do. There's a cultural problem in the Army and in Army aviation where they need to get their recruiting and retention up for Army aviation. They've lost a lot of experience, and we just need to change some of the cultural problems there. They had normalized some unsafe acts. But more than that, I just really want to thank President Trump for his leadership in putting forth this program, because we want to really make sure that no other family has to go through the loss that our family and the other 66 families have gone through. Sam was just a terrific young man, and he was at the prime of his life. He was engaged to be married. He was about to make captain. Everybody loves Sam. It's left a huge hole in our family. We take solace in knowing that Sam's name was written in the book, and so he's flying now on wings of glory, and we're gonna see him again. But we miss him terribly. I miss him every day.
And, you know, Tim, not only you're your dad, but you're a pilot. I want to get your expertise, Black Hawk, in your background. But Sherry, for both of you to come out and speak publicly so soon after the accident and to try to play a role in fixing it, what went into that decision?
You know, Sam was really, he was a very resilient and strong human being. This is to honor him. This is really all driven by creating a legacy for him, out of respect for his memory and the memory of all of the other families impacted by this tragic accident. You know, we have been so encouraged by the urgency that Secretary Duffy is bringing to this situation. I was in DC yesterday at the press conference, and I was encouraged by that coalition that he's brought together of industry leaders, trade associations, you know, executives from major aircraft manufacturers. I was just floored by the ability that he has had to pull together such a diverse group of people who all share the same goal. And that's really a tribute to their recognition and regard for those families too.
Tim, I know he had a passion for flying at a very young age. He wanted to follow in your footsteps, a 20-year veteran helicopter pilot as well. And he was flying the American Airlines flight, was about to get that promotion to captain. Did he ever, when we see the videos of what Donald Trump, what Sean Duffy is releasing, those videos of this outdated equipment, I'm very glad that they're being transparent, but it's also scary because we all fly. It affects everyone around our country. Did your son ever complain to you about how outdated everything was, and how did that affect him as a pilot?
So yeah, Sam and I talked quite a bit about flights into DCA and the Ronald Reagan International, and the challenges that come with that. Now, he didn't spend a lot of time in an air traffic control tower or at the TRACON, so he probably didn't realize just how outdated the system was. But I can tell you, for instance, I've been flying in and out of the New York area for the last few days, and we've been delayed every single day because the system just can't keep up with what's going on. This thing was designed decades and decades ago, and I'll tell you, Secretary Duffy, he gets it. We met with him just a few days after the accident. Everything that we asked for, he's taken action on. I asked him to do this at the speed of business and not the speed of government, and he's really coming through. And we just want, every family deserves to know that their loved one is on a commercial aircraft is going to get there safely. And so this goes both sides of the aisle. We're just looking for support from everybody. I think all Americans deserve safe skies.
Tim, how does it make you feel that we're still getting reports that they continue these VIP flights, which is they say is for continuity of government, these training exercises, but it's a similar incident that caused the collision, and they just won't stop it. Have you heard anything about it?
So, yeah, that was troubling for more than one reason. I feel like the leadership had 3 months to relook at what they were doing in and out of the Pentagon and around DCA, and I don't think that they took that moral obligation as serious as they should have, because it only takes a minute to look at the procedure going in and out of the Pentagon and know you should not have a helicopter circling east of the Pentagon while there's aircraft, commercial aircraft, on approach to runway 19 at Ronald Reagan. So they really need to get down and get back to work and rethink the way they're doing things there. And I think Secretary Duffy has it right in saying, hey, sometimes it's better you just need to take the SUV or even an Uber rather than put lives at risk.
And Sherry, just use the power and your son's memory to make sure they don't play politics with this, and please don't give up.
Thank you. We are in this for the long haul. Tim and I are adamant that we want to make the name Sam Lilly synonymous with aviation safety.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
God
We'll stay in
bless you.
touch.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming on.
Out of the whole infrastructure bill, they only got $5 billion for transportation.
It's unacceptable.
The Inflation Reduction Act, over $1 trillion.
Congress
No
will
one
help
thought we got to
Congress has to
redo
help
it.
Right. They got to do better. What a beautiful family, and they're doing the right
Yep.
thing, keeping his memory alive.